Hello everybody and welcome to the URC round 12 review. That is right, another round done. Some good upsets, some good results, some teams who desperately needed a win getting a win, and the table's moved about quite a lot as it's still incredibly tight. So yeah, apologies for the streaming. The Wi-Fi is just crap here. I couldn't even run a game properly. I kept cutting out when I was just trying to watch the game, so you know, I wouldn't have been able to stream as well. So I don't know when I'm going to get it fixed, but yeah, I hope to get it for the European games because that would be fun. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. So the first game that happened was Glasgow at home to Cardiff. I did predict Glasgow to win this game. They just about managed it with a second half comeback. Cardiff were up 13-0 at half time. Excuse me, my eye is very sore. Cardiff were up 13-0 at half time, and Glasgow managed to fight back in the second half, winning 17-13. So in rubbish conditions, Glasgow getting the job done. Oh my eye. But yeah, the weather conditions were horrendous as usual in Glasgow, but no, I think Glasgow experiment a little bit because they were missing a few players through international and injury and that, but they do get the job done. Again, you can't really bar the South African teams. Everyone's missing a lot of their internationals as it's a week after the Six Nations. Some of the ones who didn't feature as much were back for a few of their teams, but not really any of the major names. Yeah, Glasgow getting the job done there. Moving on, we have Ospreys at home to Munster, and I said Munster to win this, and they did, and they got the bonus point win, winning 17-27 to the Irishmen, as I said. A solid win for the men in red, the reigning champions. And their turnaround in the table, going from 10th to 4th in about 3 rounds, is pretty incredible. I mean, it is incredibly tight. 2 wins can do that, but it's still anyone's thing. I'll run through the table at the end, but yeah, Munster can't really fault it. Bonus point win away from home. What else do you want? And talking about turnarounds, Sharks finally get their second win of the season, beating Ulster 22 points to 12. Now this game, there was quite a lot of controversy over refereeing decisions and that. I think there's just, yes, sometimes it's not perfect, but on the Sharks end, if it's the Sharks end they won, honestly, if I was a Sharks fan, I wouldn't even complain you won, which is a very rare occurrence at the minute. Ulster, yeah. I mean, I know I said Ulster would win this game, but I did also say that I think Sharks are going to start to pick up a few wins, especially when they're primarily in South Africa against the European teams. They will pick up results. I think they've got Edinburgh next week in Durban. Wouldn't be, I would probably expect them to win that, as I'll cover Edinburgh in a minute, but they didn't look that convincing, but we'll have to wait and see. But no Sharks, and they have moved off bottom of the table now. As I say, I'll get to the table after I've sorted through the games. Next up, game wise, we've got Scarlets hosted Benetton, and Scarlets getting a shock win with a 83rd minute try to win it 16-13. I don't think many people saw this one coming. Benetton obviously missing a huge number of players to the Italian national side, but still looking good. They were sitting kind of top of the table for so long, first, second, third. I don't think they were first for long. I think Leinster usually held that, but second, third for so long, and they've slipped out the top 8. They're now in 10th. Can they turn it back around? We'll have to wait and see, but I think that was a pretty big shock. Yeah, Scarlets getting an 83rd minute try, their only try of the game, to beat the Italians, and yeah. So next up, we go to Cape Town as Stormers hosted Edinburgh in a game that I'm pretty sure tackling was optional. as neither team did it that well. Yeah, Stormers 43-21 to the Stormers. As an Edinburgh fan, it was a dismal I'm surprised we scored 3 tries, to be honest with you. We were outbeaten on every scale. They were more physical, they were faster, they kicked better. They were just better. Fair play to the Stormers. They, again, after fairly rough start to the season, the back up, they're in 5th now, which isn't too bad. Yeah, good win for the Stormers. Next up, we have Connacht at home to Lions, and oh my goodness, Lions taking a massive win, 38-14. I don't think many people had this one on the cards. Connacht and Ireland are usually a pretty tough place to go, but Lions making it look easy, 38-14. So that's a big win for the Lions. That actually puts them in the top 8. 6 tries to 2, so a huge win for the South Africans, who have been actually pretty good this season. I know some of the South African teams haven't been that great. I mean, you look at the Sharks and the start to the Stormers, but the Lions and the Bulls have been pretty good. So, yeah. And mentioning the Bulls, here they are. Rodney Parade, Newport Dragons. Yeah, kind of expected that one, to be honest with you. 31-10 to the South Africans. Yeah, another big win for them. They'll be happy with that. Dragons slipping down to bottom of the table after Sharks getting their win. Yeah, and then similarly, Parma, Zebra, 7, Leinster 31. So very similar scoreline there. Leinster again getting a massive win away from home. So the top 2 teams doing what the top 2 teams do. Everyone else, it's pretty tight. Having a look at the table now, I'll go bottom up. So 16th Dragons, they've dropped. 15th Zebra, they've dropped. 14th Sharks, points wise, Dragons 11, Zebra 14, Sharks 14, Scarlets in 13th on 16, 12th Cardiff on 23, 11th Ospreys on 30, 10th Benetton on 33, so Benetton have actually slipped quite a lot. 9th Connacht on 33, 8th Lions on 34, 7th Ulster on 34, 6th Edinburgh on 34, so a lot on 34, 5 Stormers on 35, 4 Munster on 39, 3 Glasgow on 44, 2 Bulls on 45, and 1 Leinster on 49. So you look there, and between Ospreys in 11th and Stormers in 5th, there's 5 points. So that's 6 teams kind of all in the fight for the top 8. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Again, we've got another round next week, and then it's European knockouts, so some teams will get a rest, some teams won't. I think the majority of the URC teams are actually into the knockouts. Maybe just a couple of the bottom ones aren't. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the round, of the weekend, of the games. And yeah, I shall see you absolute legends later. Thank you very much for watching.